So hello, everyone. I am Wendy Howard. I'm the Executive Director of One Montgomery Green. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. I know it's early, but I want that enthusiasm going. I just have a few words and then some logistical stuff before we get started. So at One Montgomery Green, our mission is to foster partnerships that support environmental sustainability and promote the development of a green economy. OMG acts as a catalyst for environmental responsibility. Can you still hear me if I move a little further away? Yeah, my voice carries a lot. As a catalyst for environmental responsibility among businesses, residents, and government to improve the quality of life for all of Montgomery County. I want to thank you for registering for our mini summit about local efforts to confront climate change. We have over 60 groups and individuals, and actually we hit almost 90 on the registration form. Luckily, not everybody's right here at the second, but with expertise in climate change issues represented today. We are pleased to have you join this important conversation about what programs, policies, and initiatives are underway and what more we can and should be doing to confront climate change. The catalyst for this gathering are the Montgomery County Council's bold targets for reducing greenhouse gas emissions and an invitation from the Global Climate Action Summit to organize an affiliate event for GCAS during the week of the summit. To do that, One Montgomery Green, or OMG, with our sister organization Poolsville Green and our friends at Integrative Strategies Forum, felt we needed to create an opportunity for local groups, some of whom have long worked on climate change and some who work on particular parts of this challenge, to provide input on the way forward. How do we confront climate change? It's a big, sprawling, complex issue. It won't be easy, but one thing we do know is that none of us can do it alone. We need people from all walks of life and all perspectives to contribute towards the solution. Councilmember Hucker joined with us as a co-host to make this event happen and engaged as many groups and perspectives as possible. Since the county approved a resolution last December to drastically cut back on greenhouse gas emissions, it is clear that we have reached a point where climate change isn't just somebody else's issue, it's our issue. We're here today to welcome everyone who is willing to be part of the solution and to encourage you to keep at it. I would also like to add that our county government has provided us with a new tool. You'll hear more about it. Its recently issued climate mobilization report, which will be at your tables, which highlights all the county programs to address, many of the county programs to address climate change. I would like to say thank you for producing this resource. I see a couple of you guys out there. And may it help all of us, public, private, government, nonprofit, business, do more confronting climate change. So the primary purpose of today's meetings are to capture what groups and experts active on climate change are doing in Montgomery County and what the county government is doing. Number two is to discuss what we should be doing more of, less of, and what local priorities we suggest to turn the tide on climate change. This morning we will hear from county leaders, and then everyone will have an opportunity to share wisdom, ideas in small discussion groups. We ask that everyone respect each other's comments today and keep the focus on what we can do at the county level to address climate change. After we discuss the thematic topics, which we'll talk a little bit more about, we'll discuss in more details the next step that will help shape the public briefing on climate change planned for September 12th. But before we move on, I got to do the logistics. I want to thank our sponsors, Montgomery County Green Bank, Neighbors of Northwest Branch, Buzzword Marketing, Neighborhood Sun, Safe and Healthy Playing Fields, and of course the food Green Plate Catering. Yes, yay! We could not have done it without some of our other donors. We have, wrong list. I just have the name, I'm sorry, I do not have the organization. David Goodrich, Edward Maker, Barbara Martinez. I think that was 350 MoCo, as well as biodiversity. Yep, see, I remembered. We also had a few other supporters, and it is contributions like that that really make a difference, and I do want to list them. All right, so we did have Alan Crane, Indivisible Montgomery, Terry Barnes, Ruth White, from HOCO, or Howard County Climate Action Org. Jonathan Bernstein, an old Silver Spring Green board member. Jim Schulman, Alliance for Regional Cooperation. Charles Shore, Biodiversity for a Livable Climate. Kit from Friends of Sligo Creek. Linda Andrews, Todd Wickersham, Pat Hershey, Less Plastic Please, love it. Jeremy Pierce, oh, I didn't see, Share Power, and Philip Bogdanoff for biodiversity again for a livable client. And Carl Held, I think I pronounced everybody's name right. But before we go, I do want to acknowledge some of our county government. I saw Mark come in the room, Mark Eldridge. Ooh, yay. Good to see you. Thank you. We have from Berliner's office, Aaron Kraut. Aaron, there we go. Thank you. From Nancy Navarro's office, Craig Wilson. Beautiful. Did I miss, is Lily here? Lily Chi, did I miss? He gets a big thing, don't worry. We got him covered. We also have, we want to do a special thank to some of our partners in here, Eric Kaufman, DGS, and Doug Weisberger, DEP, I see you. Did Sandra show, Sandra Brecker from, oh, yay, hey, how are you? From the Department of Transportation, MCDOT, and I think, other than Patty and Doug, oh, I see Lindsay, wave, DP. Did I miss anybody else? Stand up if I missed you or didn't miss you. Just stand up and wave for all of those county representatives. Okay, now, well, Hans gets a whole thing. I get to say something. I do want to, before I introduce our speaker, I do want to give a big shout out to Julio and Ruthie from Tom's office. Tom could not be here today. But standing in for him is Hans Reamer, and hold on one second while I pull up. See, technology, you don't have to do anything. Things come to you. All right, so Hans Reamer, elected to the County Council in 2010, oh, shoot, hold on, represents 1 million Montgomery County residents as an at-large member. Hans currently serves as the council president, where he is working to make the county more environmentally sustainable and enhance economic, educational, and social opportunities for all residents. He also serves on the Planning, Housing, and Economic Development Committee, as well as the Government Operational and Fiscal Policy Committee. Hans Reamer, thank you.